Okay. So let's say I have to clean this room, and Zubair says that he can do this in 60 minutes, and Muhammad says that he can do this job alone in 40 minutes. Now,
Yeah.
just a rough assumption. If you're talking about time, this is 0 minutes, this is 40 minutes, this is 60 minutes.
Is the question that if both of us cleaned the room at the same time, how long would it take?
Yes.
Huh. I've never been good at these types of questions. I don't know how to do this.
A, B, C. You'll learn now, and that's very easy. Now we have these options. Either we'll take time between 0 to 40, or 40 to 60, or 60 to 80. So these are these are not the exact answers. These are just the ranges. We will be able to find exact answer as well. So what do you think would the time be in cleaning the room? Could it be more than 60?
No.
It
It
could
also
never be more than 60.
should be less than 40, right?
It should be less than 40, yes. So if the bear alone is working, whenever someone comes in to help him, that is definitely going to be less than 60 because he's getting some help. And if the person is helping could do it alone in 40 minutes, that actually makes me think in the reverse way that he is completing in lesser time and someone is helping him. So it should be whatever it is, time should be less than 40.
Would it be 20 if you just
Yeah,
subtract them to each
like
other?
it could be anything. We will just see what the exact answer is, but for sure it is less than 40. Any doubts in this case?
No.
So what brings us down to this is that such type of questions would result in a decreasing number of options. It says Mr. Raza can do a job in 8 days and his son could do the same job in 12 days. How long would it take them to do the job if they worked together? So for sure, whatever it is less than 8. Any doubt? It
No.
could not be 20, not 10, not 15, not 10. So it could be either 4.8 or 5. In some of the cases, just by reading the question carefully, we narrow our options down to 1, and that is our exact answer. But in this case, we are obviously getting 2, so we need to know how we can solve it. Uh, have you done physics?
Yeah, I take A-level physics.
Okay, so you would know the formula for to find the resistance in parallel.
Yeah.
1 over R equals 1 over R1
Plus 1 over R2.
R2, and it continues to 1
Yeah.
over Rn. So we are going to replace R with time. So this is 1 over T combined time. That was combined resistance. This is combined time equals 1 over time of first person, 1 over time of second person, and so on, 1 over time of last person. For this question, we are talking about 2 people, and in later stages, we may have more than 2. So 1 over time combined plus 1 over time of first person plus 1 over time of second person. 1 over combined time is 1 by 8 plus 1 by 12. And just pick up your calculator and see what do you get.
Wait, so do you want me to use my calculator? I don't think I have it on me right now.
Okay, I'll do it.
Wait, never mind. I have it.
No issues. I just wanted you to get used to the machine as well and share a common mistake. So what I'm doing is 1 divided by 8 plus 1 divided by 12, and what I'm
So
getting on screen,
TC is 4.8.
DC is 4.8. Yes.
Yeah.
The common mistake when students do this is they forget to take the reciprocal.
What's the math behind this? I don't understand how adding them in a way like this equals the actual time.
Okay, let me show you. Suppose this was the entire job to be done. Mr. Raza is doing in 12 days and his son is doing in 8 days. So if we just look at them individually, Raza, let's say this whole task is 1. So Raza would be doing 1 by 12 in one day, and his son would be doing 1 by 8 in one day. Any disagreement? If I consider them as
No
separate,
disagreement.
if I consider it separate, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, he's doing it this. He's doing 1 by 8 of the task per day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and he's doing 1 by 12 in one day. That is individually. So if I just combine these two, 1 by 12 plus 1 by 8, that means if both of them work for one day each, let's say Mr. Raza started from side A and his son is started from side B. So he'll be finishing 1 by 12 of it, he'll be finishing 1 by 8 of it. So 1 divided
Yeah.
by 12 plus 1 divided by 8. In total, they are doing 5 by 24. I'm not changing it into decimals because I'll lose the exact answer. Now, combined, they are doing 5 by 24. So, if this was the complete task, which was one in full, and they are doing 5 by 24 in one day, obviously, they'll do 5 by 24 another day, and they'll do 5 by 24 in another day. How long would it take to make a complete one? So 5 by 24 into number of days would make 1. The number of days are 1 divided by 5 by 24, and that is 24 by 5. So basically, if you just see, this is going on the other side. That was the addition of their times, and then going on the other side, that's a reciprocal. So we just bring that one down and write it combined. Reciprocal is equals to 1 by 12 plus 1 by 8. If you could remember, there were questions that this is a tub and a pipe can fill it in, let's say, 16 minutes.
Yeah.
And then there was another option that a larger pipe would fill it in like 7 minutes. How long will it take for both of them to fill it combined? So, for example, let me say the volume is V. So,
Volume is
actually,
big.
in 1 minute, pipe one fills this much, and pipe two fills this much. So, if they are working together in 1 minute, they'll be filling V by 16 plus V by 7. So, this is 1 by 16 plus 1 by 7. They're filling up 23 by 112 of the volume. So 23 by 112 of the volume fills up in 1 minute. So complete volume will fill up in X minutes. See again. See closely. This is 23 by 112. X is equals to 1 and X is equals to 1 into 112 over 23. Whatever you got, you're going through the reciprocal.
Yeah.
So we just do 1 over combined time equals 1 over time of first plus 1 over time of second. Now this was actually what we did. And then in the second stage, we took the reciprocal of whatever we got on right hand side. Got it?
I understand.
Number two, A and B can paint a barn in 3 days. A can do it alone in 5 days. How many days would it take B to do the job alone? Now the question is very straightforward. We just have to plug in the right values in the right place. 1 over time combined is equal to 1 over time of first person plus 1 over time of second person. So A and B can paint a barn in 3 days. 1 by 3, A can do a job alone in 5 days. So time of B. And again, machine comes in. 1 divided by 3 minus 1 divided by 5. Whatever the answer is, 1 divided by answer To take the reciprocal, I'm getting 15 by 2, which is 7.5. So what the working would be, uh, you know this working, right?
Yeah, yeah, we went over it.
We just make B the subject.
Yeah.
Try question number 3. And by the way, some questions are sometimes very simpler. We don't need formula. We can just read the statement carefully and get to the answer.
A machine can cut wood in 6 minutes, and a man using a handsaw can do it in 18 minutes. So 2/3 of the wood was already cut, right? So 6 minutes.
Yes, that's right.
I didn't get that the question was asking me, so I had to reread it a bunch. That's why
Yeah.
it took a while.
So my approach to this was that machine is cutting in 6 minutes and hand saw is cutting in 18 minutes. My approach was that it is three times, taking three times longer. So if the machine has already worked for 4 minutes, 2 minutes are remaining. So hand saw should take times three, and you're getting six. Simple unitary method. I'll come to this question later. That's a bit lengthy. Okay. A pipe can fill a swimming pool in H hours. What part of the pool is filled in X hours? So again, unitary method. A pipe can fill a swimming pool in H hour. One complete pool is being filled in H hours.
Would it
So
not
what
be X or
part
H?
of the pool, unknown part, would be filled in X hours?
Hmm.
Cross
Yeah.
multiply X by H. Try number 6. Do you have calculator with you?
Yeah. Now I do. Yeah.
Okay.
E.
That's correct. Did you get through A?
I got 1.63, and E was the only answer above 60. So it had to have been E.
Yeah. So the catch was to convert it into minutes. 1 over time equals 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 9. So we get 1.63. And when we convert that into minutes, we get 98. Okay. I'm actually leaving this question on purpose for you to practice at home that needs some of thinking. Mm, okay. Let's see. I'm actually looking for some different type of questions. This is again similar. Mr. Raza can do a job in 45 minutes while his son would require 2 hours to complete the work. How long would it take to complete his task if Mr. Raza was assisted by his son? So one more time. is equals to 1 over time of Mr. Raza plus 1 over time of his son. Combined time is 45 plus 120. 1 divided by 45 plus 1 divided by 120. 1 divided by answer is 360 over 11, which is equal to 32.7 minutes. And Mohammed will try number 12.
All right. Is it A?
12 is B.
Oh wait, never mind. I divided my answer by 2 for some reason. I got 1 over 2, then I flipped it around to get 2 hours. And then for some reason I divided it by 2. I don't know why.
So, did you understand why is it B?
Yeah, I don't understand why I did the last part.
Okay. A mother can do a job as fast as her two daughters working together. If the daughter does the job in 3 hours and the other does in 6 hours, how many hours does it take for the mother to do the job alone? So we're just working for this first. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6, and time is coming up to be 1 divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 6, and 1 by answer reciprocal capital T is 2. So mother works as fast as her two daughters. So that's the raw answer.
Yeah.
Let's try question number 17. Read the question carefully.
Wait, sorry, I didn't even realize there was a question on the screen. I'll start now. 50?
Answer is 12.5.
Really? I got 50.
Again, like by 2 or into 2. That would be the mistake. Mr. Umar mowed 3 by 4 of his lawn in 1 by 4 hours.
Yeah.
So he's done this much of the task and this much is left. He's doing this in 1.25 hours, and I can clearly see that that is 3 times less. So this would be 1.25 over 3 for Mr. Umar. Mr. Ali works twice as fast. So he's going to take half the time. So whatever time is Mr. Omar taking, Mr. Ali is going to take this much time. So that is 1.25 over 6 hours into minutes, 1.25 by 6 into 60, 110, that is 12.5 minutes. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you remember we had
Can
some
you go
questions?
back to the question really quickly?
Yeah,
The question we just did. Can you go back so I can reread it?
sure, sure, sure.
Ah, I know what I did. Instead of figuring out how long it would take Mr. Ali to finish mowing 1/4 of the lawn, I figured out how long it would take him to finish mowing the entire lawn.
Okay, okay.
That's what I did.
So finished. He did the remaining task.
Yeah,
So
I didn't recognize that in the question. I assumed that he was mowing another lawn.
when you get to practice this, I left this question for on purpose. Okay, this is also a play of wording. So when you get this, do read the wordings carefully. Okay. Now there was some questions like if 12 men can do a job in 3 days, how long would it take 7 men to do the same job? That is direct and inverse proportion. Remember something about this?
Yeah, direct and inverse
So
proportion.
indirect and inverse.
If
Indirect
something's yeah,
proportion, we used to do this, and in inverse proportion, we used to multiply like this. Let
yeah,
me give you an example. Let's say we have number of pencils and the cost, and I say that 7 pencil cost 140. So what are 3 pencils going to cost us? So we know increasing number of pencil will increase the price, decreasing the number of pencil will decrease the price. So that's direct proportion. So we go for cross multiplication and then we get our answer. 1 times 20 and 60. So 3 pencil will cost me 60. On the other hand, for inverse proportion, let the example be that number of men are working for this much days to complete a task. Let's say 10 workers need 5 days to complete a task. How long would it take if 8 men are working? Now we know when number of men is reducing, what happens to number of days? Increase or decrease? Mohammed,
yes, sir.
if number of men are decreasing, what
So
would
wouldn't it be for
what would happen to number of days?
increase, right?
They will
It would be,
increase.
it
So
would be inverse proportional.
this is inverse. One option is decreasing, the other is increasing. So in this time we do not cross multiply. We do it like this. So 10 into 5 is equals to 8 into x. So 10 into 5 by 8 is equals to x.
X is 50/8.
50 over 8, and that is 6.25.
Yeah.
So because the men were decreasing, so the time increased to 6.25 days. So we need to understand the situation and see if it is direct or inverse. If 10 men can do a job in 20 days, how many days will it take 8 men to do the job? So men and days, 10 and 20, 8 and x. First, we realize that it is not direct proportion. So we just multiply like this, 10 into
Would
20.
it be 25?
Yes. So number of men are reducing and number of days are increasing. Try these questions 19 and 20.
4?
That's correct. And 20th question. 'Getting closer to the answer?
Yeah, I'm almost there. Give me a second. 9 days?
Correct.
Yeah, that took some thinking.
That is correct. Okay, I just want to add one more topic. That's very basic and easy. Averages, or we call it mean. So if I just have you, basically the wording of the question is important, what the examiner wishes to see. It says Mr. Raza can do a job in 10 days.
Yeah,
A helper joins him after
math.
3 days. and together they work for 4 days to complete the task. Important thing is to remember that he's already worked for 3 days and they are doing the remaining task together. So, how many days would it take the helper to do the job alone? Now, for ease to understand, let me say that Mr. Raza was doing this piece of work and he could have done in 10 days alone. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parts. So, he's already done these three. He's already done these three. So, Mr. Raza, for Mr. Raza, it took him 3 by 10 days, and the remaining he could do it in 7 by 10 alone. But when the helper joins in, they do this task in 4 days.
Yeah.
So 1 over combined time is equal to 1 over time of Raza plus 1 over time of helper. Now we are actually working for this section only because this is the piece of work we are doing together. So combined time is 4. 1 over time of Raza could have done it in 7 days. Is it okay?
Yeah.
He's done this in 7. So the time for helper is unknown. I'm using calculator. 1 divided by 4 minus 1 divided by 7 and 1 divided by answer reciprocal, it is 28 by 3. Helper alone would do this task in 28 by 3 days. And the main question says how many days would it take for the helper to do the job alone? So if he is doing 7 by 10 of the task in 28 by 3 days, he would do that one complete task in next days. We cross multiply. 7 by 10x is equals to 28 by 3. X is equals to 28 by 3 into 10 over 7. 7 one time, 7 four times. So 40 by 3, which is 13 whole 1 by 3. Then there was, I think, one more good question. Sorry, did you get this?
Yeah.